When I stopped drinking, one of the things I discovered about alcohol is one of the worst lies it ever tells you, which is you can't cope without me. I spent decades believing that when I drank, it helped me to get rid of my stress, that it helped me to deal with my past. I had not a great childhood. That it helped me to not go down this crazy making thinking that I thought I would do. All of these life coping strategies that actually I discovered when I got sober, alcohol was making worse. It was making the stress worse. It was making the overthinking worse. And being sober has just been like this massive revelation to me. And I'm hugely enthusiastic about living a sober life, simply because I've discovered just how strong and capable and confident and resilient I actually am. And for somebody like me, who was a mouse, who never spoke up, who could never deal with confrontation, I don't even know sometimes how I managed to get through life, but I did. And when I stopped drinking, I was really scared. And if that's where you are right now, have hope, my darling. I promise you, it doesn't have to be like that. Alcohol is lying its pants off to you, and it's telling you, you can't live without me, you can't cope without me. It's the worst kind of narcissist. And if you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It just does this awful job on your personal growth and your heart and soul. And it really is a total falsehood. My life's not perfect now. And one of the reasons that I know this is true, not just because I know it for myself, is because I know it from the women that I've worked with. Currently in the membership, we're talking about the future. Now, when I was drinking, the future was 6 o'clock tonight. That was it. But we're talking about the possibility of what life could be like without alcohol in the future. And some of these conversations are like really life-affirming, joyful conversations about making brilliant choices. When we get to this age, when I got to 54, I had lived quite a lot. I had tons of experience in the world of work. I've got a degree, so I'd been to university. That, believe me, was some experience when, because I was a single parent when I did it. So that was the struggle of a lifetime, along with all of the other struggles that I've been through. And when I got sober, all of that was just kind of stored away, waiting to be drawn on to prove to me that I had what it took to change my life for the better. Even something like doing this, sometimes I feel like I'm in a kind of weird parallel life that I never expected to be living, because this is amazing. I get so excited about sobriety. And when I start talking about it, I realise just how far I've come in my personal growth. And when you're in that space of currently drinking, one of the worst things about grey area drinking is you're probably never going to get to this massive rock bottom that you think you need in order to stop, because you can, and you probably have been doing this for years. And there has to be a moment when you just say, okay, enough, we can do this. And I know so many of you, and you might be one of them, are actually capable of quitting alcohol. That is not that difficult when you're a grey area drinker. The real challenge, the real joy of giving up alcohol is what comes after you quit. That's the bit that makes you realise how amazing life can be, because you get then the opportunity to work on your personal growth. You get to work on who you want to be. That's the conversations we're having in the membership. You know, the strapline I created for the membership was come to quit, stay to change, leave to be free. And the come to quit is the smaller part of what we do, because most of the women in there have given up 3 and 4 times over, maybe even more, for extended periods of time. That's doable. But it's the bit that comes next. And I know that work, as challenging as it is the most rewarding and the easiest way to stay sober for the rest of your life. Now, working on your personal growth doesn't always feel easy, but I know that it is 100% achievable when you work on yourself. All the day counting and willpowering in the world is never going to get you to choose yourself instead of alcohol. That's the work I do. That's what I want you to come and have with me, is this amazing feeling that every day I choose myself and I do the right things for me, and I always, sometimes I have to reset, but it always works out eventually. And to have this amazing positive outlook on life is something I never experienced when I was a drinker. Now I realise it's actually just a natural part of who I am. But when you join the membership, when when you're ready to stop and you come and join us, the big thing that you'll find is that I'll say to you every day, what's the most loving thing that you can do for yourself today? Because that answering that question will allow you to choose things for yourself that make you feel good, that affirm for you that not having alcohol is a great idea. It reinforces it, and it allows you to feel that that's what the reward is doing something loving for yourself. I know so many of you talk about, alcohol as a reward. The real reward is coming home to yourself. The real reward is figuring out who you want to be for the rest of your life. And I do think some of my enthusiasm comes from the fact that I'm 63, and I'm very conscious that I'm 63 and I'm getting older. And I want to squeeze every last drop out of life before I wander off to wherever I wander off to. I am not wasting a day, and I would love for you not to waste another minute on this stupid liquid that's never gonna make you feel like the kind of woman you should be. Life is never going to be perfect, but without alcohol, you get to choose what it's actually like. I hope I meet you soon. Lots of love. Take care.